Hello dear students, let us understand case study on working capital management. Already we discussed the theoretical part of working capital, what is this, and regarding this we will also understand about one case. Okay. So, let me read out the case. Midila Industries Limited commencing a new project where annual production is for 1 lakh units. Okay. And certain particulars is what given here as raw materials, direct labor, overheads, depreciation, total cost. Fine. See, for this all these details, the final thing that what you are going to calculate is working capital requirement, or else we can also say this as estimation of working capital. Basically in organizations, calculating this working capital is, it is an important thing, like how you are just planning for budgeting. The same way working capital estimation is also essential, where you cannot roughly say I need 30 lakhs, I need 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, you cannot roughly say, you need to do some calculations. Okay, there is a format, and based on all these things you can say finally I need requirement. Requirement is you are telling that, say for example here the final answer is 20 lakhs 83,64. So, this is what the requirement exactly I need for this data, which it is what given here. Okay. So, additional information like there are many details like selling prices given here, and then raw materials, work in progress, okay, finished goods. So, credit allowed to customers, credit allowed by suppliers. So, all certain things are given here. Before understanding all certain things, you need to know what is the basic formula for net working capital. See here, first we will start with current assets. Okay. So, current assets we can take as A, like all the different categories comes under current assets. You have to identify from the question and then you need to mention here. And second category is current liabilities. What is our formula? CA minus CL. Current assets minus current liabilities is the actual formula for finding working capital. So, from the data which is what given in our question, we need to identify, yes, raw materials, starting from all certain things are assets, right? Raw material is an asset, work in progress, direct labor, overheads, finished goods. No, you can see all certain things until cash in hand, everything is what? Current assets. And next portion is liabilities. Definitely you can write creditors, and then wages and overheads. Wages, of course, liabilities, overheads. So, all certain things you need to differentiate first what are all the categories comes under current assets and what are all things comes under current liabilities. See, after writing here, it is mentioned as everything, it is what? 1 week, 1 year. So, that is the reason divided by 52 is given here. 52 is nothing but 52 weeks for 1 year. Okay. So, they are calculating as 1 lakh is the total units. First line, see the first line, 1 lakh. So, for raw materials 1 lakh into this 40, cost per unit is 40 into rupees again 4. So, 4 weeks divided by 52. The same way they have written for everything. Okay. So, where you need to identify for certain things it is mentioned as 1.5 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever they have given there. So, it is directly mentioned there in the question. Only thing difficult part for you is to identify what are all the categories comes under assets and liabilities. Once if you identified that, everything rest others will be easy for you. So, again see here direct labor, overheads, see average 2 weeks is what mentioned there. Okay. So, after writing all certain things, debtors, see debtors comes under current assets, and then here creditors comes under liabilities. Okay. So, identify all these things, take the total units, see the weeks number of given there like 2 weeks, 4, 8, whatever weeks, okay, and then divided by 52 is mentioned like for identify it is 1 year, and then into 50% they have mentioned us for certain things, they have directly mentioned us 50% of completion stage is what happened, that is the reason into 50%. The work is completed only half the way. Okay. So, by identifying all certain things you can able to calculate as total current assets as 24 lakhs 34,000 something, and then current liabilities it is also mentioned here. So, final working capital, that is net working capital as A minus B, that is 20 lakhs 83,654. So, you exactly accurately calculated, this is what the exact working capital which I required for this so and so business. Okay. So, this is the way to calculate your working capital, estimation of working capital. Clear? Thank you.